Hi everyone, so in this video I'm going to show you how to use our latest tool, which is the late at the start multi-matcher. And we can use this tool to not lock in a profit but give ourselves a great chance at a profit on multi-offers like the one you see here. So BetEasy have got this promo, they run it a couple of times a week. Place a 4-leg multi, and if it misses by 1 you're going to get your stake back as a bonus bet. There's loads of these offers around, not just on NBA, you see them on soccer. Next month we're going to have them on NRL, AFL, pretty much every sport. So there's a couple of ways that we can approach them. These offers have huge amounts of value, so if you just want to create your multi, place it and let it run and hope that you get the big payout and know that you're going to get a bonus bet if you miss by 1, then that's fine. There's loads of value in doing it that way, but it comes with quite a high variance. It means that on a regular basis you're going to be losing $50, which in the long run it's fine, but it's not great fun in the short term. So some people prefer to use a method where you remove some of that variance, and you can do that by laying sequentially, but that's not ideal because you have to make sure that the matches don't overlap. With EPL, the matches all happen in the middle of the night, so people are sleeping and can't lay between games. So the late at the start option is a great middle ground. So you can see we have to place our 4-leg multi, and we're hoping that all of them win, or we get the bonus bet. But actually with the late at the start multi option, so first of all I'll show you the calculator. So we're just going to go to calculators, multis, multi-matchers, late at the start. So if you're familiar with our previous multi-matcher, which we've now relabeled as the no-lay multi-matcher, this will look pretty familiar to you. So in the top section we're just going to select the bookie, the sport, and it's a 4-fold, so that's all our important data over here. In the middle section it's a $50 bet that we're going to place. The bonus if 1 leg fails is $50, and it's, I can assume 80% retention with BetEasy. That isn't too difficult to get, especially if you're using our ATM alerts tool. Commission on basketball is 5%, so that's pretty standard. And so I'm just going to go down. So in this kind of middle bottom section, it's going to tell us the best options to pick. So you can see that the multi we're looking at is Raptors, Pistons, Thunder and Rockets. And at the top it's telling us that the expected value of this is 11.63. That's great. To get that amount of EV from a $50 bet is huge. So these are definitely offers you want to be taking advantage of. So I'll show you how it works. Basically we're going to place the multi, which includes all 4 of these bets. So let's do that first. Raptors, Pistons, Thunder and Rockets. Here we go. So we've got the Pistons. Oops, probably a little bit too quick there. Pistons, Raptors, Rockets and Bucks. That's right, isn't it? Pistons, Raptors, Rockets and... oh no, it wasn't the Bucks, it's the Thunder. So there we go. And if I put in my stake of $50 here, you can see that's potentially going to pay me out $95.50 in profit if the multi wins. And then the next step is to go to Betfair, and we're going to lay each of those teams. So let's start with the Raptors. So you can see here the lay stake, or the lay odds is 1.21, so it's saying we want to lay 48.76. And I'm just going to put this in here. It seems like my internet's going a little bit slow today, but it will get there eventually. 48.76. And I'm going to do the same thing with each of the 4 matches. So the 4 teams that go into the multi, I'm going to weigh each of them. So the next up is the Pistons. Obviously this has changed a little bit, so I'm actually going to adjust this to 151, 47.68. And then we'll just go back, and Thunder and Rockets are up next. So let's open up that one, and Thunder down here. So 1.18 on the Rockets. That's actually improved a little bit, so we can adjust that. 48.73. And on the Thunder we'll get 1.52, 48.36. Oops. Okay, so I've got 5 bets in total here. I've got the multi, which if it wins is going to pay out 95.50. But obviously if the multi wins, it means I'm going to lose all 4 of the lays at Betfair. So let's take a quick look at them. So I'm going to lose 10.24 here. This is 24.32, which gets me up to sort of $34.50. Plus 25 if for Thunder winning, so that gets me up to about $60. And then 68, and I'm getting 95 back from Bet Easy. So that means that if all of the teams win, the multi's going to pay out. I'm going to lose my $68 at Betfair, which should give me a profit of around about $27 if my maths is right. Okay, I was close enough. So you get 25. So this is what the multi-match is showing us. We get $25 profit if they all win. Now let's assume that they all lose. So in that case, I would lose $50 here, but I would win 46 plus 45 plus 40, almost 46 again, plus 46. So I'm getting 4 winning bets, but only 1 losing one. So all of the teams losing would give me $143 profit. So that's great, obviously, although it's very unlikely because these are pretty big favourites we're betting on. And then in the middle, we've got a bunch of different potential outcomes. If 2 teams lose, we're always going to make a profit, and it can range between about $10 and, well, round about the $10 mark, it seems like. If 3 lose, we're going to make big profits. And then the only place where we get into the losses is when 1 team loses, or depending on which team it is, sometimes when 2 teams lose. If one of the short odds teams lose, then that is more damaging for our overall profit than if the higher odds teams lose. And you can see here that our worst case scenario is a $20.98 loss. Our best case scenario is $143 profit, and we've got a whole range in between. So this doesn't completely eliminate risk, but we're not getting up to the kind of $50 risk that we have with the no way method, and we do still have that potential for big payouts. And you can see that the expected value is over $11. So with multis, it's really all about volume. You're not going to lose all of these, but if you place enough, you're always going to come out ahead because of that value there. If you want to try and reduce the potential loss even further, a better bet would be to go for teams at lower odds. And something that we can do here, so let's say we get rid of Thunder versus Blazers, and we replace them with the Bulls and the Bucks. Now you can see our expected value's gone down a little bit, but also our potential losses have gone down because we've replaced a kind of mid-range team with a strong favourite. So that's a good option. The profit for all of the teams winning obviously drops as well when you reduce the back odds. All of the teams losing stays pretty much the same, but obviously the probability of that drops as well. But you can play around with these odds. Maybe let's see if there's another low odds option. So let's get rid of the Pistons and replace them with Nuggets. And that actually gets us to an all profit option, which, that's exactly what we want. But if all the teams win, which is the most likely outcome here, we're only going to get $1.83. But it means that we've got a no loss situation. The expected value in the long run goes down, but obviously we've reduced that variance completely. So there's different approaches that you can take with it. You can play around with the calc and see which multi you like the look of the most. But that's basically all we're doing is we're placing the multi as suggested by the calculator, or switching out whichever teams you want, and then we're weighing each of these teams individually at Betfair, so that we're going to cover all of these different outcomes and reducing our variance. So there you go. If anyone's got any questions, there's a thread in the forum about this. I hope that was pretty clear. But yeah, take advantage of this tool, because these multi offers have got huge EV, and if you're not playing them, then you're missing out. Alright, cheers guys.